Friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we gonna start our new unit 5, human physiology. So human physiology, chapter 16, digestion and absorption. Before we move on to our exact topic, let me explain you something about the physiology. Actually, physiology word is related to the internal organs which are performing different roles inside the body. Okay, like organ group of organs make organ system, like respiratory system, circulatory system, and those systems are performing specific roles. Suppose circulatory system, the work of circulation, transportation, okay, of essential substances in the and the transport agent is blood there, all right, and like excretory system, formation of urine. So that means that plays an important role. So whatever you study inside the body, the anatomy, okay, that comes under the physiology. So we are going to discuss about physiology this unit. So first chapter in this unit is digestion and absorption. So let's take up this chapter. Now you all know basically that in digestion we usually say that digestion is the process where what happens, complex food substances means biomacromolecules. Okay, we have already studied biomolecules chapter where you have studied about different nutrients like carbohydrates, proteins, fats and all, which are bigger molecules. Okay, so digestion process means breakdown of those bigger molecules into smaller substances. Suppose if I take the example of carbohydrates, so when carbohydrates is broken down, what is formed? Glucose molecules are formed. That means it is the smallest unit. Okay, so that means this process is called as digestion, where bigger molecules are broken down into smaller or simpler substances. Whatever you eat, the food we take, okay, that consists of different nutrients like carbohydrate, protein, fats, vitamin and minerals. So all those bigger molecules are broken down and this process is called as digestion. Okay, now we will discuss about digestive system in human beings. Okay, so what are the different parts and what is the function of digestive system? So see, digestive system is actually comprised of two parts. What are those two parts? Alimentary canal, okay, full spelling is this, alimentary canal, and the second is digestive glands. Okay, alimentary canal means digestive pathway. Okay, all the organs which are connected or all the organs which are participating or associated in this system, those are coming under alimentary canal. Whereas digestive glands, they are the helping organs which provides the juices, okay, for the for enhancing or for increasing the digestion process. Okay, so we will take up this topic later. First we will focus on the alimentary canal. Okay, now alimentary canal obviously starts from mouth. If you can see here, this is the diagram of digestive system. Okay, digestive system starts from the mouth. Whenever we eat food, that enters in the mouth. Okay, and then mouth leads to the another organ which is called as oral cavity. All right, so if we talk about its pathway, okay, the alimentary canal, mouth leads to oral cavity. Okay, this is the oral cavity here, you can see, and then oral cavity leads to the pharynx, then pharynx, esophagus, then stomach, then small intestine, large intestine, and then rectum, and then anus. Okay, and all these organs I have here made a flow chart for alimentary canal. This flow chart you should make this also, because this is important and it's not given in your books, so it's better to make this kind of flow chart in your notebook. So these are the organs which are associated, but these are always in systematic order. ऐसा नहीं large intestine पहले, small intestine बाद में, not like that. Stomach, after stomach, food will move into small intestine where maximum absorption takes place or maximum digestion takes place. Okay, small intestine is the organ where maximum digestion occurs. And then so we will discuss one by one all these parts of the alimentary canal. First is mouth. Okay, after mouth it reaches to the oral cavity. Now what is oral cavity actually? Oral cavity is comprised of two parts. What are those two parts? Teeth and muscular tongue. Okay, आपको पता है teeth क्या होते हैं, आपको पता है tongue क्या होती है. Okay, but now your tooth, each tooth, if we talk about tooth, see here it is the diagram. Suppose this is your jaw. Okay, you know that we have two jaws, lower jaw and upper jaw. Okay, in these jaws we have small cavities. Okay, these are a kind of a depressions where teeth or tooth is fixed और embedded. Okay, ताकि वो firm रहे, वो move ना कर पाए, वो इन cavities में क्या हो जाता है, firmly embed हो जाता है. These cavities are actually called as sockets, which are present in the jaw. All right, and these sockets, in these sockets, this tooth is embedded. Okay, so when the tooth is attached in the socket of the jaw, that type of tooth is called as, or that type of attachment is called as thicodont. Very important. Okay, आपको ऐसे short चीज़ें पता होनी चाहिए, 1 marks के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा important होती है, also for NEET exam also. So whenever the tooth is embedded in the socket, that attachment is called thicodont. Okay, and you also know that in human beings we have 2 sets of teeth. 2 बार teeth आते हैं, right? During your childhood days it is like टेम्परेरी टीथ आर देयर. ओके, फिर वो क्या हो जाते हैं, निकल जाते हैं, शेड ऑफ हो जाते हैं, एंड देन फाइनली परमानेंट टीथ starts emerging out. So when in an organism the temporary teeth or milk teeth are replaced by the permanent teeth, that type of teeth or dentition is called as diphyodont. Di means 2. Okay, so 2 sets. Now you know that adult human being is having 32 permanent teeth. Okay, and how these 32 teeth are arranged? See, suppose this is the jaw, right? And in these jaws, first you should know how many types of teeth are there. So always you know that we have 4 types of teeth. First is incisors, second category is canine, third is premolar, and fourth is molars. Okay, so 4 type of teeth usually they are present in the human beings. And how they are arranged? They are arranged, suppose this is the jaw, so half portion, if we take the half portion only, so that half portion makes the dental formula. Okay, dental formula का मतलब है कि जो teeth है हमारे jaws में कैसे arranged होते हैं. So this is the dental formula. Here you can see 2 1 2 3 2 1 2 3. Okay, this is for the half side of jaw. It can be lower jaw, it can be upper jaw. अगर आप इसको टोटल करेंगे, देखिए 2 + 1 3 + 2 5 + 3 8. ओके, सो 8 एक तरफ, 8 एक तरफ, टोटल कितना हो गया 16. नीचे भी लोअर जॉ में भी 8 8 16, तो 16 कितना हो गया 32. ओके, इट्स लाइक दैट. एंड व्हाट इज द फंक्शन ऑफ द टीथ? सिंपली chewing, mastication of food. Okay, then oral cavity is having second part also, tongue. Okay, tongue is muscular organ, and you know that tongue is having 2 ends, right? This is the free end. Okay, and the other end is attached to the oral cavity through a attachment which is called as frenulum. Okay, इसको हम बोलते हैं frenulum, जो एक attachment होती है. And then the tongue is also having some papillae or projections. Okay, those papillae usually you can say acts as a taste bud. आपको feel होता है ना, कोई चीज़ मीठी है, sweet है, कोई sour है, salty है, bitter है. Okay, so why you feel that type of taste? Because taste buds are present over your tongue. Okay, so that bears taste bud. Okay, now after oral cavity it leads to the short pharynx. ये देखिए, ये oral cavity है, it leads to the pharynx. This pharynx is the organ where 2 structures are joining here. What are those 2 structures? One is the part of the digestive system which is esophagus. Okay, and the second is windpipe, जो respiratory system में आप पढ़ेंगे. Windpipe is also has an opening into the pharynx. You can say pharynx is the common passage for air and food. All right, air will pass to the windpipe and food will pass to the esophagus. Okay, and there is one more thing here. Whenever the food has to enter esophagus, this windpipe, suppose this is the aperture of the windpipe. Okay, this is aperture is called as glottis. Okay, and there is a flap which acts as a lid which is called as epiglottis. Okay, so whenever the food has to go to the esophagus, to avoid the entry of food to the windpipe, नहीं तो आपको suffocation या uncomfortable हो जाते हैं ना, कई बार आपको एकदम से choking हो जाता है, तो उसको avoid करने के लिए क्या होता है, immediately epiglottis closes this glottis aperture, okay, so that the food easily enters to the esophagus, okay. So this is the thing. Now after this esophagus, this is the esophagus, the food travels through the esophagus and enters to the stomach, okay. Now if we talk about the stomach, stomach is also an organ, and there is one more thing. See, this is the stomach, here is, it's also given. All right, now see, this is esophagus. Esophagus enters the stomach through you can say aperture, okay, and that aperture is called as sphincter, which is gastroesophageal sphincter. Gastro word is for stomach, okay. So गैस्ट्रोइसोफेजियल स्फिंक्टर, जब भी स्फिंक्टर वर्ड आएगा ना, स्फिंक्टर सिंपल समझना है आपने, अपर्चर, अपर्चर मीन्स kind of a hole, okay, so it is the connection. So now you can see that stomach is further having different parts. The upper part is called as fundus, this part is cardiac, then middle part is body, and the posterior part is called as pyloric region, okay. So these are the parts of the stomach, here it is also given. And then the posterior part of the stomach, which is pyloric, it leads into the next part of the digestive system, which is the small intestine, okay. वो small intestine को enter करता है again with a sphincter or aperture, which is called as pyloric sphincter, okay. It is given here also in your book, so you can underline from here, pyloric sphincter. This is pyloric sphincter, okay. That's why it's given the name pyloric, वाला जो end है वो उस पे lead करता है, तो pyloric sphincter, okay. It's like that. Now let's talk about the small intestine. Now friends, small intestine is further divided into different parts, okay. This is the stomach वाला region, okay. Here now the small intestine is starting, okay, but the initial part of the small intestine is actually C-shaped, okay. That C-shaped part is called as duodenum. We have different parts in small intestine also. Small intestine is the longest part in the digestive system, right? About 5 or 6 meters long, all right. So this C-shaped structure is duodenum, which leads to the next middle part of the, you can see this coiled structure, it is called as jejunum. This is also the small intestine part. And then the last part of the small intestine is ileum, okay. So basically how many structures we have? Duodenum, jejunum middle part, and the last part is called as ileum. And this ileum region ends into the large intestine. This is now large intestine starting here, okay. And then if we talk about this large intestine, this intestine starts with the cecum. This is cecum part, okay. Then colon, this is colon part, and then cecum, colon, and then it's rectum, okay. So basically large intestine is further comprised of 3 parts, cecum, colon, and rectum. But the important thing to be noted here is that in cecum, can you see the small pouch? This is actually the vestigial organ. अभी vestigial मतलब, vestigial means functionless, इसका कोई use नहीं होता है body में, but still it is present, okay. So this is called as vermiform appendix, all right. And cecum, it is directly attached with the cecum, okay. And then this large intestine further having, after cecum we have colon, I told you, right. But that colon is further divided. The colon part which is moving towards upper side, you can see this is called as ascending colon, okay. And then the one which is horizontally present, that is called as transverse colon. And then one which is moving towards downside, जिसको आप ऐसे बोल सकते हो descend हो रहा है, that's why it is called as descending colon, okay. So basically 3 parts of colon is there, and which leads to the rectum, and finally the anus, the outlet, you can say, of the digestive system. So these are the parts of the digestive system. I hope you all understood the thing. Now ये तो हो गया स्ट्रक्चर आपका डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम का, ओके. दिस वाज द कंप्लीट स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम. बट नाउ लेट्स डिस्कस, सी, alimentary canal. What is alimentary canal? Actually the digestive pathway, but especially from esophagus, this esophagus, okay, till anus, or you can say till rectum. From esophagus till rectum, this alimentary canal, suppose this is the alimentary canal, if we cut it like this transversely, then you will find the layers, that so many layers are present in this section. Okay, so transverse section को अगर हम कट करते हैं alimentary canal को, जिसको हम gut भी बोलते हैं, okay, alimentary canal को हम gut भी बोलते हैं, so the structure comes like this. अब आप obviously किसी चीज़ को, जैसे ये है पेंसिल है, इसको आप ऐसे कट करते हो तो देखो ये सर्कुलर होगा ना, तो इसी तरह का ये सर्कुलर स्ट्रक्चर हो जाएगा. There are, you can see, so many layers present. The outer one is called as serosa, okay, and then second layer is called as muscularis. This is the outer one. Second layer is muscularis, which is further divided into two parts. You can see here closely. This one is outer longitudinal. You just learn the name outer longitudinal, and the inner is circular. These are the parts of the muscularis layer, okay. And then the third part of the gut, or you can say this section, the third layer which is covering the gut, that is called as submucosa, and the last one is actually the mucosa, okay. And this is the lumen. Lumen means किसी पाइप में जो होल होता है, तो आप उस होल को समझ लो जैसे ल्यूमन है, एंड उस पाइप के सराउंडिंग्स में क्या है, डिफरेंट लेयर्स हैं. ऑलराइट, नाउ देयर इज वन मोर थिंग टू बी नोटेड हियर, जो म्यूकोजा है, द इनर मोस्ट लेयर, दिस इज द इनर मोस्ट लेयर. कैन यू सी दीज फोल्ड्स? Okay, actually these folds are called as villi. These are called as villi. Villi means जैसे finger like projections होती हैं, okay, villi. These are helpful in digestion or absorption of the food, okay. So that's why these are present here, and even in the intestine also. ये देखिए, अगर हम intestine का section देखें, some brush like structures are present which are called as villi, और उनकी जो depressions होती हैं towards inner side, okay, these depressions are actually called as crypts, okay, in intestine. Actually the full name is crypts of Lieberkühn. Yes, okay, so these are the depressions here. Now see this mucosa, okay, the cells of this mucosa secretes mucus, okay, liquid सा material होता है mucus, which helps to keep the cells lubricated, okay. So this is the function, and this mucosa is also forming glands in the stomach, okay. ये stomach के जो gastric glands होते हैं उसमें भी होता है ये, okay, and even in the crypts of Lieberkühn also mucosa is present. Now, so this was about the structure of the digestive system and even the layers of the gut, okay. Now we will talk about the second part of the digestive system, which is digestive glands, okay. So basically we have three types of glands. What are those? First is salivary glands, okay, salivary glands. Then second is liver, and the third one is pancreas. So we will take up these one by one. So first we will take up salivary glands. You know that salivary glands are usually present in the oral cavity, okay. अब वो कैसे present होते हैं? Usually saliva is produced by salivary glands, okay, and these salivary glands are actually three pairs, okay. One pair means two, so that means total three pairs are there. One pair is called as parotids. Parotids मतलब the glands which are present in the cheek. These are found in the cheek. जो आपकी cheek होती है वहाँ पर भी जो glands होते हैं salivary gland, that is called as parotid. One which is present in the lower jaw, those glands or those salivary glands are called as submaxillary or submandibular, okay. And the glands which are present below the tongue, salivary glands आपके cheek में भी हैं, lower jaw में भी हैं, और कहाँ है? tongue के नीचे, below the tongue. Those salivary glands are called as sublinguals. All these three are actually the salivary glands. Their work is to secrete salivary juice, okay, into the buccal cavity, और वो भी एक you can say helps in the process of digestion, okay. So that was about the salivary gland. Next is liver. It's very interesting to note that liver is the largest gland of the body. Yes, okay, सबसे बड़ा gland होता है liver. इसका weight होता है about 1.2 to 1.5 kilograms, okay, in an adult human being. If we talk about structure, it's not given in the book, but I have drawn it for you. Actually, this gland is present in the abdominal cavity. आपको पता होगा body में thoracic cavity होती है जहाँ पर lungs और heart वगैरह होता है, okay, and abdominal cavity होता है जहाँ पे stomach और other organs होते हैं, alright. So liver भी abdominal cavity में होता है. Actually liver is composed of two lobes, okay. These two lobes are also called as hepatic. Hepatic word जब भी आएगा समझ लो liver. Okay, so it's like this, having two lobes. This is left lobe and this is right lobe. Okay, और जो right lobe है, this is little bigger in size than the left lobe, and below the right lobe you can see a pouch like structure. ये क्या है? ये है gall bladder. Okay, so gall bladder is present in the liver. Now see what happens actually here. Hepatic cells, जो liver है, the cells of the liver, आपको पता है organ है, organ cells से ही बनता है. ओके, बट जो liver के cells होते हैं, those are called as hepatic cells. Okay, and these cells are also formed by some connective tissue which is called as Glissen's capsule. Okay, this is the tissue which is forming the hepatic cells in each lobe. Okay, and then see the bile secreted by hepatic cells. Now what happens actually, see the liver having hepatic cells, right? अब ये gland है तो ये क्या secrete करता है? Juice secrete करता है. इसका juice जो होता है उसको हम बोलते हैं bile. Okay, bile is a juice of the liver. So every hepatic cell secretes bile juice. Okay, that bile juice is going towards further where gallbladder. मतलब gallbladder एक ऐसा organ है which acts as a storage organ. You can see here bile is secreted by hepatic cells which pass through hepatic ducts. All the ducts arising from cells, ducts means pipe-like structures. So those that bile comes from different cells, goes from the hepatic ducts and reaches finally to the gallbladder. Okay, and the duct of gallbladder, जो gallbladder की duct होती है, that is called as cystic duct. Okay, and along with the hepatic duct from the liver it forms common bile duct. अब इसका मतलब क्या हुआ, यहाँ देखिए. See this diagram carefully. This is actually the gallbladder. Okay, now what is bile duct here? See, this is actually the duct arising from the gallbladder, right? And you know that gallbladder is situated with the liver, associated with the liver. Okay, so जो liver से ducts arise हो रही है, आपको पता है वो क्या होती है? Hepatic ducts होती है. So these hepatic ducts and this gallbladder duct, which is called as cystic duct, okay, these at a one point joins together. Okay, सब जब ये join कर जाती है और एक बड़ी duct बनाती है, that bigger duct is called as common bile duct. Okay, that means cystic duct. इसको आप gallbladder duct भी बोल सकते हो और क्या बोल सकते हो? Cystic duct. Okay, so these two ducts makes common bile duct. Okay, so this is the thing. Then bile duct and the pancreatic duct open together into duodenum as a common hepatopancreatic duct. अब देखिए, this is the pancreas. This is again one gland which is present or which is located between the C part of the duodenum. Duodenum जो shape होती है वो होती है C like. Okay, so जो इसका C बनता है उसके बीच में क्या होता है? Pancreas, which is a gland. Okay, अब इस ग्लैंड के जो जूसेस है जिनको हम पैनक्रियाटिक जूसेस बोलते हैं वो कहाँ से जाते हैं? वो इस डक्ट के थ्रू जाते हैं और इस डक्ट को क्या बोलते हैं आप? This is called as pancreatic duct. All right, now this pancreatic duct, it immediately meets this common bile duct. Okay, ये जो bile duct ऊपर से आ रही है green वाली और जो white वाली एक point पे जब मिल जाते हैं, then it is now further commonly called as hepatopancreatic duct. अब इसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? यहाँ देखिए लिखा है hepatopancreatic duct means hepato means liver and gallbladders together bile duct which is called as bile duct, and pancreatic duct meeting at a point calling now hepatopancreatic duct. अब ये और ज़्यादा bigger duct बन गई. Okay, and this duct you can see easily, this duct is going towards duodenum. तो ये duodenum के पास जाती है और every juice which is coming from here, liver, pancreas, वो कहाँ reach करता है? Small intestine में. And these juices are, friends, really very important. Okay, इन ये एक lubrication भी provide करते हैं जब digestion होना होता है. Okay, so juices are really very important in the process of the digestion. Now one more thing to be noted here. This hepatopancreatic duct is guarded by again sphincter called the sphincter of OD. Remember this sphincter, जो name आ रहे हैं बीच बीच में, pyloric sphincter और आपका ये sphincter of OD, these are important. What is sphincter of OD? Again there is an aperture, okay, which is leading this hepatopancreatic duct into the duodenum, and that aperture or sphincter is called as sphincter of OD. कई बार क्वेश्चन आता है, what is sphincter of OD? तो it is the sphincter okay, which connects hepatopancreatic duct to the duodenum. All right, so I think you got the idea. Then the last organ or last gland is pancreas. आपको मैंने अभी बताया this is pancreas. Okay, actually pancreas जो gland है that is actually the compound gland. Friends, what happens ना, glands are usually two types, exocrine glands, पढ़ा होगा आपने 10th में, exocrine glands and endocrine glands. Okay, exocrine glands का मतलब होता है जब जो secretions होती है glands की that moves from the actual site to the target organ through small pipes or duct like structures. Okay, so you can see वो exocrine होता है. endocrine में क्या होता है, जब कोई duct नहीं present होती है, okay, वो ऐसे ओपनली ओपन स्पेसेस से सिक्रीशंस मूव कर जाए तो उसको एंडोक्राइन बोलते हैं. कुछ ग्लैंड्स होते हैं जो सिर्फ एंडोक्राइन होते हैं, सम ग्लैंड्स आर ओनली एक्सोक्राइन, बट दिस पेनक्रियास इज हैविंग बोथ टाइप्स, दैट इज बोथ, इट इज एक्सोक्राइन ऑल्सो एंड एंडोक्राइन ऑल्सो. ओके, सो जो एक्सोक्राइन पार्ट होता है पेनक्रियास का, दैट सिक्रीट्स पेनक्रियाटिक जूस, ऑल राइट, एंड some enzymes also, whereas the endocrine portion of the pancreas, they secretes hormones, very important. Okay, हम बोलते हैं ना इंसुलिन इज प्रोड्यूस्ड बाय पेनक्रियास, बट वो जो पेनक्रियास है उसका कौन सा पार्ट, एंडोक्राइन पार्ट. ओके, सो इंसुलिन इज ऑल्सो सिक्रेटेड थ्रू एंडोक्राइन पार्ट एंड इवन द ग्लूकागन. दीज टू आर द वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट hormones which are secreted by the pancreas. So friends, this is actually the you can say the glands, digestive glands involved in the digestion process. These are really very important, okay, for proper digestion of the food. Only then the macromolecules are going to convert into micromolecules. So this was about human digestive system. I hope आप सबको समझ आ ही गया होगा. If you have any doubts, you can even write in the comment box and you can ask me later on. So if you liked my video, please एक like ज़रूर कीजिए और मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिएगा. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.